I'm Nolan Cannon.
And I'm Kinsey Cannon, and this is our son, Nate Cannon. So our story starts when we first were thinking about becoming parents. I was thinking that I would want to be a mom, but probably wouldn't want to be pregnant.
I think what I finally came to is that God's call in our lives for multiplication doesn't essentially involve biology. And that all the things that were really important to me about parenthood could be accomplished without biological children. And so I eventually came over to your side and was like, yeah, I think adoption sounds real cool, actually.
And then that same week, I got diagnosed with PCOS. So that just confirmed that our hearts were on track with what the Lord wanted for us.
If you jump forward a couple of years after that, we started doing all the things. We spent a bunch of money to get profile books done and home studies done and background checks and references and adoption lawyers, and we met a birth mom. Kinsey calls me and she's like, hey, there's a birth mom. I'm like, okay, I don't know about that. We literally don't have the money to do this. We're short everything. And so when I got back to Tallahassee, I called up Dylan Nylander and James Barnett. I was like, hey guys, I gotta fast for a couple of days and pray over this, and I need you to join me. And they did. And on that second day, I just really distinctly heard God say, go forward and I'll take care of it. We started supporting her and just took that leap of faith with money, and it turned out also with our hearts.
Yeah, we got the nursery ready. We told all of our friends and family. We put the word out there, and I heard God saying yes all along the way. Every time something was asked of us, the Lord provided it completely. Sometimes it was to the exact dollar amount. It was really beautiful.
So to this day, we don't know if she ever intended to give us that child, but we do know that at the end she chose not to. We knew she was at the hospital with her child and wasn't going to call us.
Yeah, she didn't call us. It didn't call us. For a while after that, I was like, all of that money that the Lord provided and our friends trusted us to steward is gone now. That was really hard.
And so it's in all that pain that I'm still like bowing before the Lord each morning, looking for his comfort, looking for him as a father, as well as direction about what in the world it meant that he was going to take care of it. And one morning I'm praying, Jesus Christ Redeemer, you're making all things new. And as I said it, I got back, I'm going to make this new. And I knew then that we needed to start trying to adopt again.
I went to work one early morning in the NICU, and it was just a regular Wednesday. And after I got report on my patients, someone mentioned, hey, there's a birth mom in labor. She's looking to place her baby for adoption. I sent a little text to you.
Yeah.
I sent a text to our lawyer. The social worker came and was like, well, she wants to meet you right now. And I had a moment of like, oh my goodness, like, what do I say? And I was like, oh yeah, the Lord has prepared me. I have been prepared for this moment. And so I had maybe just a 5 to 10 minute conversation. We just shared each other's stories and listened to each other. She explained that she was not in a place to be able to take care of a baby right now, and that she wanted to put him in a loving home that was ready and prepared. I went back to my nursing unit and I looked at the charge nurse and I handed over my report sheet, and I was like, I don't know anything about my patients. I'm gonna clock out and become a mom now. While she was in labor, we were talking about the names that we had chosen, and and she really liked Nathaniel, which is what we had picked out. I got to watch the whole thing, and then I got to catch him, and then we whisked him away to our other room, and that's where Nolan met us. We got to do his first bath and his first bottle, together, which I didn't think we would be able to do that. With adoption, you don't really get to do a lot of the firsts, and the Lord blessed us with that gift.
I mean, just there are so many miracles in this story, I think, but eventually money came back to the forefront, and I was like, this is going to be really hard. And we get to talking to our lawyer, and she gives us the fee breakdown, and then she said, and I didn't charge you for the first one. And we didn't owe any money. It was just taken care of. And we were able to take him home and not worry about what we could afford and what we couldn't.
We brought him home, and it was really early one morning. I was rocking him, and I was like, what does Nathaniel mean? And I looked it up, and it means God has given. And I didn't know that.
No, it's just such a gift. He is so much more than we could ever ask for. We are the fortunate ones to have him.
Is that the whole story?
That feels like the whole story.
Aww.